Warning, Amazon might have closed your Black Friday offer. You can now copy entire media sets to sibling variations, and which Amazon fulfillment center is closed? This and more on this week's episode of The Weekly Buzz.
How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. This is the show that is our Helium 10 Weekly Buzz, where we give you a rundown of all the goings-on in the Amazon, TikTok shop, e-commerce world. We let you know what new features that Helium 10 has and give you a training tip of the week that'll give you serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. Today's host is actually going to be Shivali Patel. So Shivali, take it away and let us know what's buzzing.
All right, let's start with something that every seller running Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or Cyber Week deals needs to hear immediately, because what I'm about to share is an issue that's quietly happening across accounts, and most sellers have not a clue that it's going on. How many of you know about a widespread glitch happening inside of Seller Central, where approved and previously active Black Friday and Cyber Week deals are now being suppressed, unless you drop that price even further without any sort of notification? Any takers? Seriously, even if you are a seller who set up everything correctly and you saw your deals running smoothly the first couple of days, there's still a chance that you may have lost the price badge, are losing visibility, and in some cases, losing that deal entirely. And you're only going to know if your deal no longer qualifies if you do what I'm about to share with you. Because unfortunately, there are no alerts, no emails, no warnings, and no obvious dashboard flags. What you'll want to do is first log into Seller Central. You're going to go into this side paneling, go to advertising, price discounts, and upon seeing this dash, if you're checking this out on YouTube, you'll go to events right here. From there, select Edit, and inside of the Edit window, as you scroll down, you'll notice that for us, inside of the Project X account, we've discovered that this was happening to us as well. Deals that were live and performing earlier in the week, all of a sudden, with no communication at all, were being suppressed. And now they require a lower percentage. So more percent off, I should say, and a lower price point. This issue is now also circulating heavily on LinkedIn because sellers are realizing that thousands of dollars in Black Friday traffic could just disappear without them even knowing. And with Q4 conversion rates at their peak, losing your deal badge on a weekend like this dramatically cuts momentum, ranking, overall sales velocity, and just revenue in general. You guys know it, I know it, and it's no fun at all. So guys, if you are running any kind of Black Friday or Cyber Week promotion, check your deals immediately. I don't want this to be you. Make sure that badge is up, shown on that listing, and confirm whether Amazon is quietly asking for a deeper discount. It takes less than a minute to verify, and it's going to save you from losing your biggest shopping weekend of the entire year. All right, on to the next. According to Seller Central News, Amazon just rolled out a small but mighty upgrade inside of Image Manager to help make life a little bit simpler during peak season chaos. You'll also find this highlighted at the very top of the Image Manager inside of the What's New box if you'd like to take a look. They've introduced basically a new option that lets you copy entire media sets to sibling variation. So anything that's sharing the same color or the same size. So if you've ever found yourself manually renaming, re-uploading, and reorganizing photos for every single size of the exact same shirt, Amazon's finally saying, hey, let's not do that anymore. Now, inside of Image Manager, all you have to do is select your product. You're going to click Copy Media Set to Siblings, click Copy. That's basically confirming it. And that is it. So simple. Your images move over instantly, and you get to go back to doing something more valuable than babysitting JPEGs. Amazon does also note that if you change the photos on one variation later, it won't automatically sync across all siblings. So it's more of a one-time shortcut as opposed to a permanent link. You can find that at the bottom of Seller Central News for this specific breaking news bit. You might be wondering, why does this matter right now, Shivali? Great question. Consistency in your listing images may help with brand cohesiveness. So as shoppers are kind of bouncing around quickly between sizes and colors and options to improve conversion rates, anything that speeds up listing hygiene, reduces that error, tightens that visual experience across variations is a win, right? Especially when add to cart decisions happen in seconds. It's a small tool, but for high variation brands. Maybe this is a holiday gift from Amazon. With that said, let me actually pass things over to Carrie. She has a quick walkthrough for you if you've been trying to keep your keyword research organized this season, or if your keyword tracker has turned into a chaotic closet that you keep promising yourself you'll clean. This one's for you. It's spring cleaning time.
Our Helium 10 new feature of the week is in our keyword tracker. You now have the ability to sort and tag both at the product and the keyword level so that you can improve your organization and workflow efficiency. So let me show you how it works. Okay, so here we are in Keyword Tracker, and what you're gonna wanna do is you wanna scroll over to the column that says tags. And this is where you're gonna be able to create tags for products. So if you have a very large catalog, maybe you wanna be able to filter and sort through the types of products, maybe group them. So for example, we have a few different coffin shelves, as you can see here. We have some egg shelves right here. So say I wanted to add a tag and I wanna see only the egg products. I can click plus tag here, and I can hit and create a new tag, and I'm gonna do just egg tray. And I'm just gonna create that, and I can actually go down here to this other one and I can add another tag, and I can just click, and that's an egg tray as well. So once I do that, I can actually filter and sort by clicking on egg tray, and I can see only the products that are egg trays in here, so that it kind of filters out all the other products that might be kind of distracting, so that you can focus on that specific type of product. So if you wanted to do this also at the keyword level, you can do that. And the way you do that is you're going to expand this down, and you can see that we have keyword tags here. The way that you add them is through this column here. So you can add whatever you want to. And so you could do, main keywords, launch keywords, SQP, Amazon brand analytics. You can do whatever you want to kind of categorize the way that you categorize, so that you can keep track of these. And then once you hit the tags, so for example, if I want to see all the keywords that were from my SQP, I can just click on the SQP, and I found the keywords that I found within SQP that are working well for me. So that is basically how you do it and how you can filter and sort. You can also see this now on the heat maps page. So you can filter and sort if you want to see only certain keywords. You can actually filter and sort. That way you can see the heat map version of this as well. So that is all, and that is how we've improved this to make it easier to sort through these keywords and to keep them all organized.
Thank you, Carrie. So there you go. You now have the new ability to sort and tag both at the product level and the individual keyword level inside of Keyword Tracker. It's a simple upgrade, making your life easier and the keyword universe so much easier, especially during peak season, as I said before. You can track more terms and more competitors than before. Next up, according to other updates published in Seller Central News, Amazon just rolled out a series of upgrades for Fulfilled by Merchant sellers. Instead of forcing sellers to juggle scattered FBM settings or rely on vacation mode that temporarily makes listings disappear, Amazon's going to give you far more control over how your business operates. Even when you are stepping away, my friend, one of the biggest changes is the introduction of seller set holidays. You can now mark the days your business is closed while still keeping your products visible to customers. Amazon will automatically adjust delivery dates around your holiday schedule, which is just a huge improvement, I would say, because in the past, vacation mode essentially punished your visibility. So if you wanted to take, let's say, a day off, your listings vanished. Now they just stay live and accurate. Amazon also redesigned the way that location settings works. Inside the new locations tab, you can customize your operations by location, input operating days, carrier pickup times, and order cutoff times as well to ensure more accurate delivery promises when you use shipping settings automation. That is a tongue twister. During the holiday season, when customers are obsessing over arrival dates, I trust this kind of accuracy is going to be the sort of thing that really is the difference between converting a sale or losing one. Another key improvement is improved transparency around how delivery dates are calculated, as well as improvements to multi-location inventory. So it is now easier than ever to manage multi-location inventory. You can use the FBM Inventory Manager inside of Seller Central to enroll SKUs or update quantities through the Manage All Inventory page directly inside of the FBM Inventory Manager. So guys, for any of you that are using multiple fulfillment centers, Amazon streamlined multi-location inventory management. You can literally just enroll the SKUs, update quantities much more easily than when you would do it through Seller Central through APIs or through multi-channel tools like some of these that are listed right here. So during Q4, when that volume is spiking and overselling becomes a real risk, this is the sort of clarity that can help in just making sure that things are safe for FBM to run through those different warehouses. For sellers, these upgrades make FBM more predictable, more transparent, and far less stressful during a time of year when speed and accuracy truly matter. So go try these out. And now it's time to bring Bradley on because he is covering something that every Amazon seller thinks they are measuring correctly, but most probably are not. We all love tracking keyword rank, and it feels really good to see your products on page one. But as Bradley is about to show you, ranking does not always mean you actually own the keyword. Bradley, take it away.
All right, another advanced tool. So again, this is not probably for somebody who's just starting selling and you only have one product. This is called share of voice. You guys know about keyword tracking. Hey, where is one product showing up in the search results? Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Where is it showing up in sponsored ads? Where is it showing up in organic? Obviously, Helium 10 has that. Many tools have that. What no other tool has, like Helium 10, is a share of voice tool. This is a little bit different than just raw keyword tracking. It tracks things kind of like at the piece of the pie level on page 1. Not just one organic, but like what percentage of all the listings on page 1, including organic sponsored brand, do you have for your brand? Because you might have multiple. Sometimes I have multiple coffin shelves I'm selling that are taking up multiple spots on page 1. I might want to know on some of my main keywords or in some of my main brands, what kind of share of voice or share of shelf do I have? Well, that's a tool that you can find in Helium 10. It's for the Diamond Plan and up. It's under analytics. Just go to share of voice. And then, for example, here's my keyword share of voice. So I can see here, maybe for one keyword, let me look at coffin shelf. What is the share of voice for all of the different brands? And I can see not only what it is for organic share of voice, but what's my paid share of voice? Paid, includes sponsored brands, sponsored display, sponsored brand videos. What's my sponsored product share of voice? What's my sponsored brand share of voice? It goes way down. And so I can say, hey, you know what? Let me just take out my brand. And how is my brand doing on this? All right. For the keyword coffin shelf, I've got 5.4% overall share of voice. Organic, I've got 3.1% of the listings. Paid, look at this. This is a beauty right here. I've got 28% of the share of voice on paid, which includes 10% of the sponsored share of voice. I've got sponsored brand 31% and sponsored brand video. I've got 31%. All right. So, and my ad frequency is 96%. So this just gives you like some added information, especially if you've got multiple products, multiple brands even. You want to see how much of page 1 am I taking up organically, sponsored, all together, and how does that track over time? It's going to give you a lot of data. So make sure to check it out. Share of voice tool under analytics in Helium 10. You'll only find that here.
Absolutely. Share of voice is the only metric that tells you how much of page 1 your brand truly commands across organic, sponsored products, sponsored brands, and video placements. Hopefully you understand why it matters so much more than traditional rank tracking, so don't forget to try out this tool. Moving on to one of the last news bits we'll cover from Seller Central News, Amazon just refreshed the customer service insight section inside Feedback Manager. It's a smaller update on paper, but let's just chat through it because we are in that season where customer expectations can skyrocket, leading to more messages. So here it says that this will help you better understand your customer service performance. You can use it to compare your performance to other sellers as well. A couple of noticeable differences are going to be that the preventable contact rate has been renamed to buyer contact rate to make insight clear. This is just to help you more accurately reflect what it's measuring. This metric tracks the percentage of customer contacts that stem from something going wrong with product quality, with fulfillment or shipping. And before it was calculated as a fraction, let's be honest, no one needs fractions when they're juggling Q4. The new percentage format makes it immediately obvious whether your customer service load is trending in a healthy direction or becoming more of a liability. Amazon also made a change to the average contact response time, which now includes only the contacts you have responded to instead of all the contacts received. That means that your performance is now going to reflect your real actions. And in a time where customer sentiment becomes sensitive and contact rates naturally rise with higher order volumes, having the understanding of what's driving those contacts, how quickly your team is responding, can hopefully help you also avoid unnecessary account health risks. You can find these updated insights right inside of the Feedback Manager, and Amazon has a full help page available if you want a deeper look. Finally, our last story today comes directly from Amazon, and it's something that you will want to be aware of if you rely on FBA inventory in the central US. Amazon's temporarily closed LIT1 fulfillment center in Arkansas after the structural engineering firm designed the building notified them of some design errors. So call out for this is really to know that this is happening. This might impact your inventory if it's somewhere in the central US. The process is still underway. The facility is going to stay closed until that inspection is complete. And that timing is really unknown. However, Amazon is treating it as a safety first situation. According to a PDF that was shared privately with us, the closure means that any inventory that is inside of that warehouse that cannot be fulfilled will not be available for sale until those operations resume. If your products are stocked in multiple fulfillment centers, your listing should stay active. But if your only inventory sits inside of LIT1, then those items will temporarily appear unavailable. Amazon's confirmed that the storage fees and aged inventory surcharges tied to the center will be refunded within a month, and that your IPI score and capacity limits will not be negatively affected. So I would keep a close watch on this, keep a pulse on it, make sure that you're actually getting refunded that money if you're impacted. Shipments already in transit to LIT1 will be rerouted automatically to any other facility, and future inbound shipments you create will also go to a different fulfillment center without requiring action from you. So if you want to check whether any of your inventory is impacted, you can verify it directly inside of your inventory ledger inside of Seller Central. And if you want a more visual approach, aka because I like that, maybe you like that, tools like Helium 10's inventory heat maps inside Profits can help you spot exactly where your units are stored across the network. Easy way to confirm whether you're exposed to this closure. Amazon's still working through that assessment, has not provided the reopening date, just a reminder. In the meantime, if you're concerned about stock levels, Amazon will allow you to send additional units into the network and has adjusted capacity limits and ASIN restrictions accordingly. And that is that for this week's episode. I hope you've learned something here. And if you've been waiting for the right moment to upgrade your Helium 10 plan as your incentive for making it all the way to the end, this is it. Black Friday through Cyber Monday, you can lock in 35% off up to 12 months of platinum or diamond, no annual prepay required. Month to month still qualifies. This is our biggest discount of the year, you guys, and the extra revenue you'll generate from the tools easily outweighs the cost of the subscription. So if you are brand new, head to h10.me/Black Friday to grab the platinum deal. If you're already on platinum and ready for diamonds, advanced historical Cerebro data, and full ad suite access, go to the same link, h10.me/Black Friday, capital B, capital F, and upgrade at 35% off. As a bonus, anyone who upgrades to Diamond during the promo and mentions that they heard it on the podcast will get connected with Bradley's personal sourcing agent in China. So don't miss it, h10.me/Black Friday. I will see you on the next episode of the Weekly Buzz.